Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. It's October 11th, 1971. The night before, my mom was in the hospital with cramps and pain, a scare that came out of nowhere. By the time she writes this letter, she's home again, resting, following Dr. Brecken's orders, and trying not to worry my dad more than she already has. But my dad, halfway across the world in Da Nang, he doesn't know any of this yet. His letter that day feels almost peaceful. He talks about making pizza with the help of an Italian sergeant, about the non-stop rain, and about saving money so they'll be ready to start their life in Miami when he comes home. And in the middle of it all, he's drinking a Shasta grape soda, my mom's all-time favorite, without even realizing it's this tiny, perfect thread connecting them across an ocean. And when I read these letters now, I can feel both of their worlds. She's scared but safe and surrounded by friends who helped her home. He's lonely but steady, counting the days until he can leave the rain behind and be with her again. And what strikes me most is just how familiar it feels. When I was pregnant with Wiley, I had almost the same kind of scare. Strong, healthy, everything fine, until one sudden night in the hospital reminded me just how fragile life can feel. That moment passed like it did for her, but that mix of fear and gratitude, I know exactly what that felt like. Here are their letters from October 11th, 1971. First one's from my dad. Dearest Sarah, I love you. Did you know that? Guess what I am drinking right this minute? Yep, a grape soda. How about that? No, I am not smoking Terrytons because BX has not had any in a long time. I have been on alert all day. Did not even sit in the helicopter. The alert phone didn't even ring all day. Baby, I love you so much. You are my precious darling. I got my bank statement today. I will write tomorrow about the finances, okay? I will also order the stuff you requested. I haven't tallied it up, but we should be doing real good. I ought to be able to make a big deposit into the savings. I want to build it up. We may need a good bit to get started in Miami. I don't want my wife and new baby to do without, okay? As I said before, today was a day of alert. That just about says it all. I did some paperwork early, made some pizza for lunch with the help of an Italian sergeant, and just sat around this afternoon. I watched an hour and a half of TV tonight, and I'm now writing my love. Then I'll go to bed and read a while. It has rained again almost all day. Boy, when it rains here, I tell you what, it rains. I love you. You are my precious little chickadee. You are so cute talking about your horns and libido. I think I married the most precious girl in the world. I am just the luckiest guy in the entire world. No one couple could ever be as happy as we. Plus the fact that I am just so proud of you. Well, the mail here has been fucked up again. They only collect it once a day. So when I am on alert, the mail doesn't get out like it should. I am trying to get a new arrangement, but I may not be able to work it out. I just hope you continue to get letters daily. I sure love you, Sarah Jane. Well, needless to say, Pi is just about to go out of his mind waiting for Saturday. I have told him that we were going to get him drunk Friday. He says, no, no. I sure wish I could get on a jet plane for good too, Sarah Jane. I just love you so much. Take good care of yourself. I know you are. How is our little baby doing? How about the chest? I don't know why I ask all the questions. You are the best lover in the world to keep me posted on all of your and our life. Sleep warm, my love. I send all of the love one man could ever have for his wife. Love, Dick. While my dad spent another long, rainy day in Da Nang, making pizza, counting paychecks, and sipping on Shasta grape soda, my mom was home again after a night that scared her super scary night. Her letter that day is soft and steady. She's trying to make sense of what happened. She's writing about Dr. Brecken's explanation that the pain came from the baby's position. A kind of pressure that threw her body off just enough to hurt. It wasn't a crisis, but it could have been, and it really scared her. And reading her words now, I can feel the relief in every line, and the calm that comes right after the fear. Here is her letter just as she wrote it, 11 October, Monday, 1971. My love, did you feel the ESP coming your way last night? I couldn't sleep, and of course I just sent about 1,000,000 thoughts of love to you by ESP. Now, I'm fine. I'm home, just having to take it easy, and Dr. Brecken wants to check me again Friday. Last night, about 2:30 or 3, our baby felt like he or she changed positions completely. The almost exact time the pain let up, and shortly afterwards was almost completely gone. My temperature at 12 p.m. had been 99.6, and by the time they checked it again, it had dropped down to 98. Dr. B thinks, but really it's hard to tell, that there might be a little cyst on my right ovary, which is sitting under the area of the scar. If so, the baby was in a position putting pressure on it, causing the pain, and in turn, this would knock my lab work out of normal just enough as it did yesterday. If there is a cyst, it'll probably go away after delivery. Now that we know, it'll probably straighten itself out and reset in time. If and when it happens again, we just won't get so panicky. At least I feel better. I think Dr. B's diagnosis is probably right. Okay, sweetheart? Dr. B wants to check on me at 7 a.m. He was a prince. He's taking good care of me, so please don't worry. The most important thing is both the baby and I are fine. I probably should have waited until today, after I was discharged, to even tell you I was a little under the weather. But then if something had happened, and I hadn't written that I was in the hospital, that you would have been upset more, because then you might think that I'm not telling you everything. I hope I didn't upset my darling too much. I hope I did the right thing. You have enough on your mind to worry about without my adding to it. I love you so much. All I could do last night was cry and tell you how much I loved you. My tears were ones of love and happiness. I just ache sometimes with longing to hold you, kiss you, and whisper words of love to my precious lover. And then I stop and I realize how thankful I am just to have been so lucky to love you. It makes me not feel so sorry for myself and us. One day, our day will be here soon. Oh, baby, I just love you so very, very much. Please be careful and come home to me safe and sound. You're my everything. Well, enough of that. I want nothing except happiness for us, including my letters. After I got dressed, Jan and Joy came over and picked me up. I came home and they went shopping. I straightened up a little bit, just a very little bit, and rested. Steve and Melinda, Paul and Becca came over to check on me. We're lucky, I'll say again, to have such nice neighbors and friends. Tonight Jan had invited me to dinner. Anne and Lisa, Joy and I had steak. After dinner I came home and back to bed. I watched the movie Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. It was good. I'd seen it a long time ago, so I enjoyed it again. I'm now talking to my love. I was going to write a little letter when I got home this morning, but I realized I couldn't mail it until tomorrow, so I saved it all for tonight. Oh, I have a scoop for you. Donna Apple wrote a letter to the OR, and guess what? They're expecting in May, and she's going to stay in and use the Air Force maternity deal. I couldn't believe she's that crazy, or money crazy. But then I think of Steve, and the questions just keep coming out. So I thought that might interest you. Cookie called this afternoon to let me know she had arrived home safe and sound. I was a little concerned about her driving all that distance by herself. Cookie just isn't one of the strongest women in the world. Lovable and likable, yes. But strong? Not so sure. In case you haven't heard yet, Bama won over Vanderbilt 46-0. On the top 10 poll, we're now number 4. Guess who's number 5? Auburn. Texas dropped from number 3 after Oklahoma won to number 10. Well, that was your sports update for today. Ha! Have you heard from Mom lately? I haven't. I'm going to write the folks tomorrow. I've been good lately. I've been writing once a week. To answer one of your questions, I have my dental check coming up on October 18th at 9 a.m. I will keep you posted. Okay, love? Did you get your care package? Were the cookies broken? I know you'll answer all these questions, but I couldn't help but to ask. Ha! Well, darling, again, I send all my love to keep you warm. I can't wait until I can hold you again and leave, and then the next time we'll be together for the rest of our lives. One thing, my honey best be prepared for his wife having a big belly. I mean really big. Okay, love? Our little one is constantly reminding me that part of Daddy is with Mom all the time. Darling, I love you with all of my heart and soul. Forever and always, Sarah. Boy, this pair of letters feels like talking or taking a deep breath after holding it too long. It really does feel like taking a deep breath after holding it too long. He's cooking and dreaming of home and trying to stay grounded in the middle of a war. And she's back in her own bed. Finally, out of the hospital, surrounded by good friends, and writing from a place of relief more than fear. And somehow, 50 years later, I found myself in that same space. A hospital room, a quick pulse of panic, then the quiet follows, the quiet that follows everything when everything turns out okay. We don't know what comes next for her or how the rest of that pregnancy will go. All we know is that for this day, October 11th, 1971, she's home, he's safe, and their letters are still finding their way across all the distance to each other. If you're enjoying the Allgoods Vietnam Through the Eyes of Love, you can support the project at buymeacoffee.com/The Allgoods Love. And don't forget to follow or subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for listening and walking this journey with me as I read these letters for the first time, just with you.